Well, feel better now. We were delayed by an hour and a half landing in Kathmandu because of the latest earthquake. So I'm now just gonna hop on the bus to immigration. So I just landed at Kathmandu Airport. Our flight was delayed by over an hour and a half because of the latest earthquake here, the 7.3, and they had to check the runway. So we were delayed in air for an hour and a half, and I'm just driving out of the airport with my taxi driver right now, heading to Tamil, and people were really scared on this last earthquake. Rightly so, because of the stress and, of course, turmoil that's been people have been going through here since the first earthquake, April 25th. So you say, will we see some damage on the way?
Yeah. I will show.
Oh, okay.
You see now, there are people scared.
Oh, yeah.
They can't leave house because reason of the earthquake.
So here's some of the people have camped out on this side here.
Yeah. It's camp for 2 days. This is today earthquake.
Yeah.
They're a little bit scared, and that's the reason they make a camp and they stay in here.
They're staying outdoors because they're too scared to be in the buildings because of the safety. And I will tell you too, flying in, you could see the destruction, coming into the Kathmandu Valley. It was a 7.3. So we're just driving past the Bagmati River. This is a very famous Pashupatinath temple, Hindu temple complex. It's probably the most sacred Hindu temple in Nepal. And we're just driving by it right now. And this is just outside of the airport on the way to Tamil, where I stay. And Tamil in Kathmandu is the backpacker kind of ghetto. It's where all the hotels, a lot of the backpacker hotels, guest houses, restaurants. It's kind of where all the tourists or travelers, many stay in that area of Kathmandu. So hi, it's John Sabo, Far East Adventure Travel, back driving through the streets of Kathmandu after the latest earthquake. And you can see some of the damage here now. This is
the King Palace.
This is the Royal Palace that we're driving by right now, correct?
Yeah.
And there you can see some of the damage from the first earthquake. Not sure if what we see is going to be from the latest earthquake or not. It didn't. We don't know what the damage is like here yet, but as I'm driving towards Tamil, in the heart of the traveler tour section in Kathmandu, we're seeing, I'm seeing for the first time the damage here. And this is the gate to the Royal Palace, and you can see that's the story. That's the first time I've seen it. I haven't seen that on any news reports at all. And of course the royal family doesn't really exist anymore. There still is a king, but he is not in the royal palace anymore. He lives in a little apartment, I understand, in Kathmandu. Like I said, this is my first visit back to Nepal in 6 months. So this is the first time I'm seeing what's happening here. The other thing I'm noticing a lot too is that a lot of the stores are closed that normally would be open. It's Tuesday, May 12th here, and it's a regular business day for everybody. But I've noticed lots of shops and businesses are shut down right now. And now we're heading into Tamil.
Garden of Dream. This is also like a little bit like a damage.
Oh yes, this is the Garden of Dreams, and this is a very special place here in Tamil. It's a beautiful courtyard, and there's restaurants in there. It's a little sanctuary in the middle of the busy part of the town here. And you can see, like, these stores would normally be all open at this time of day, and they're all closed. And now we are heading right into Tamil, and I'm so surprised right now because I've been coming here for years and I'm used to seeing all kinds of activity here and shops open, and it looks like everything's closed, almost everything. Now I don't know if things were open and people have shut down because of the latest earthquake. I couldn't tell you that, but like I said, it's a little bit of a shock for me to see this place that's normally extremely active and
we see like armies.
Yeah, and the army's just walking through right now, and they've been at a lot of the historic sites to help in recovering some of the artifacts in there, because they're really concerned about looting right now. So you'll see army at most of these sites, but this is unbelievable to see all of these places closed. So I've been in Tamil now for just over an hour, and it's certainly not the Tamil that I know. It's not as busy as it normally is. I mean, at this time of day, it's a Tuesday afternoon. This place would be a beehive of activity. There'd be shops and cafes and restaurants open everywhere, taxi drivers hustling you for business, and it is absolutely dead here. And the reason why is because the earthquake happened earlier today, 7.3. It scared everybody, and everybody closed up shop and went home. So there's a few tourists walking around, some locals, but it's super quiet here. Now, I will tell you that this square here is normally incredibly busy. All around the stupa, there's usually women and men selling fruits and vegetables, and there are a few to one corner, but it's not like it normally is. So these supports are here right now because of today's earthquake? Just now.
Just now the support. Two types. And then
I'm on a bicycle rickshaw ride right now through Tamil, the streets of Tamil. Things are pretty quiet here. It's just after 9 o'clock in the morning, and we had the big earthquake, the second big one yesterday, and a lot of people got scared and decided to shut down and close up their shops for the day. And some of the people that I talked to yesterday said they think that things will open up and go back to normal today. It won't be like the last earthquake. And I was awake between 2 and 3 this morning, and felt 2 aftershocks. The biggest one was at just after 2 in the morning, and it was a 4.2, but the epicenter was right in Kathmandu, so it was a big bang, and then the bed shook pretty hard. And the second one was maybe about 45 minutes later. It was outside of the Kathmandu area, but it was a 5.9. So I think I'm just going to have to get off. Do you need me to get off, sir? Oh, he's just going to walk me right over. See, there's some bumps here. This is obviously earthquake damage. And so that's why I'm here, and of course to give my support to any sort of charities that need some extra publicity. I can help them with right now, and also to support the tourism business here, because my big fear is that people are going to be really scared, and I understand that about coming here. And also lots of the footage that people have seen with the damage of a lot of the towns. I know that will that might deter people from coming, but there is a lot that is still here. And like I said, I just got here late yesterday. My flight was delayed landing for an hour and a half because of the earthquake, and they had to check the runway to make sure that it was safe to land. This here is a very busy courtyard and plaza. There's a stupa right in the center of it, and many people come here to congregate and sell goods and that, and it's not as busy as it normally is, so my fear is people are still staying away. And you can see the tents that people have set up because they're sleeping outside again because they're scared to stay in the buildings because of the fear of them collapsing. So there's a lot of these tented areas around Tamil, I've noticed as well. And then you can see, look on the roads here, how damaged it is. And my kind driver here has to get off once in a while and push or pull the bike, and so we can get through this. It's not easy. Hey there, it's John Sabo of Far East Adventure Travel here in Taipei, Taiwan on historic Diwa Street, featured in quite a few episodes of Far East Adventure Travel. Just wanted to pass on again how important it is to help other people discover Far East Adventure Travel by writing a review in the iTunes store. It's really simple to do. I'm going to leave a link in the show notes of this particular podcast. If you just follow that link, it'll take you right to the podcast page in iTunes. Now you have to be signed into your account, but after you're signed into your account, you can just go up to the top where it says rate and reviews and click that, and then you can rate the podcast out of 5 stars. And then after that, just click write a review, which is just below, and then you can write a review about Far East Adventure Travel. That helps other people discover Far East Adventure Travel in the iTunes store, now known as Apple Podcasts. I wanted to say a thank you to Europhile1 from the United States. Europhile1 writes, "The Lunar New Year episode in Taipei, Taiwan was really good. You learned so much about the family traditions." That's so great. I love getting that feedback. Thank you so much for watching and appreciating that podcast. And I'm also open to other feedback besides the reviews. You can send me an email to john@fareastadventuretravel.com or message me on Facebook, either on the Far East Adventure Travel Facebook page or the official John Sabo page, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you're in China, you can message me on Weibo. I'm now on Weibo as Far East Adventure Travel. Please message me in English. Buhao isa wodo zhongren buhao. Xie xie. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the podcast. Good morning from Durbar Square in Kathmandu, Nepal. I'm standing on top of the Trilokya Mohan Narayan temple, at least the platform. The temple itself was completely demolished in the earthquake April 25th. And behind me is the Maju Deval. And the Maju Deval is probably the highest one, or was the highest one, 9 tiers to get to the top. And as you can see, the temple is no longer there. And the Maju Deval is really like the meeting place for a lot of people in Kathmandu. And many people come here at night to meet up and spend the evening walking around the square. It really is the center of town. And it seems like it's starting to come back. They just opened it up a couple of days ago for the regular public to pass through again. And it seems like that spirit is starting to come back of a center of the city, a place where people meet and socialize.